So thank you very much for joining us today. I would like to know what is your takeaway from today's conclave and what are the things that we've discussed today about the future ready skills, agility that you need to cope with the future and things like that. What has been your takeaway?
Yeah, this was a very, very insightful conclave, and I was looking forward for this because they're very eminent speakers and a lot of things we go through in our corporate world every day, the challenge what we go through, some of them were addressed here.
Right.
And it was very, especially on the agility and adaptability. And everyone should look for these things. The key takeaway was the adaptability, because all other things we look at in our corporate world every day. Adaptability is something which we have to adapt quickly, and otherwise there's no future of work. The theme what was discussed here today is, and especially for students, I recommend they have to look at all these skills what I have discussed today and highlight on adaptability.
Yeah, coming to the students' point of view, everyone is curious to understand in the next 10 years what is going to change in the sector that you are in, and how do you foresee that students will have to adapt to those changes?
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at 10 years because the way things have moved from past 2 years, 3 years, is phenomenal. It's like big change, and as we are talking, there are changes which are happening. The AI which we started talking about 2 years, 3 years, now is moved to agentic AI, and we don't know what comes future. So the recommendation, or I insist students to keep their ears and eyes open, always look forward for the new technologies, new happenings, what is happening going through this, and that will help them. And very important to keep touch with corporate world, the people who have attended here today, and that will really help them.
On that note, I would also like to ask you, what are some of the future ready skills that students have to equip themselves with to stand out from the clutter?
See, domain specific is very, very important. Somebody, for example, somebody is going, you want to make a career in healthcare. So they should know in and out of healthcare, what is happening, what's the new technologies. Because if you go back 2 or 3 years back, there's no telemedicine per se, right? Today we are talking about that. And very soon it will be a very practical thing. So whichever domain they are going in, they have to be very agile. Adaptability is key, and they should always keep upgrading their knowledge. There's no specific skills, it depends on the domain which they want to make their career. If we want to talk about IT as a sector, IT as a career, there was no, say all this, like till last year we were talking about developers, QA, QC, nothing is required today. The architecture is the key, right? So, and people want to grow in leadership roles. Communication is very, very important, which was discussed very well today here. Yeah.
That's a very interesting take. And finally, I want to ask you, how can institutions, educational institutions like CMI University be forward thinking in their curriculum and in their method, and equip students with the right skills? What kind of changes or what kind of transformation with the education industry itself will have to go through for this?
See, if you say 3 or 4 or 5 years back, corporates were just hitting campuses, hire people, go back and then train them in the camp. It used to take somewhere between 10 to 18 months. I know companies spend 18 months to train them. When I say train, it's not only on the domain or a skill perspective, they have to bring them out of campus. The mentality, the campus mentality is very difficult. But today what is happening, many of the institutes like CMR, we are seeing there's a lab set up within the campus. Industry leaders come, they spend time with students. So when it is like there's a bridging the gap, and when these guys are taken back to corporates, they're ready, they're up and running. So that's the big change which is happening, and that has to be strengthened.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us today.